Right on the chair.
They're white.
Yes, yes.
Trying to alleviate the paper rattles. Okay, we're live. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Regular business meeting, February 2026, called to order. Roll call, I have all council, treasurer, legal counsel present. First item is adoption of the agenda for tonight's meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Find my town marshal.
He's doing something very important.
We're gonna go with utilities. You can go first. Yep. Congratulations.
Candy in the mile.
Marshall was busy for a second, so you win.
Gotta have your priorities.
That's right.
Two of them.
Yeah, I'm bringing Austin up because he has social anxiety. Might as well get him used to this.
Don't say that.
You just ruined it.
He'll be okay.
You're fine.
As you can see, we have a longer list than usual this month. So going through all this, is there anything in here that you guys want us to elaborate on?
Well, one thing I like to say, you guys did a super job in that big snow emergency we had, it snow up to our eyeballs. You guys, the marshals, your group did a fantastic job, and you guys did a super job.
Thank you.
So I want to add to that. Unfortunately, due to police work, we ended up in Milan, Versailles, and even Osgood. And out of all the towns in this county, you guys were the best town. You guys did the best job on that road.
No, they did a super job. I haven't getting, you guys did good.
And you know me because I've worked with you on it. I'm picky as hell. Shove it off to the edge. Good work.
Not just that either, the communication between everybody and the collaboration and
I just want to say thank you. So,
teamwork.
Yeah, I offered myself up as backup and I didn't get any pages or calls. You guys had it.
Yeah, and thanks to Micah Webster too for helping in,
Yeah,
so some people could sleep.
he hopped in and was helping with my situation. Thanks to all of you guys for helping me with my catastrophe at my house.
The West County Line Road, the sewer thing, was that put to bed or?
So it was,
Okay.
and then as of about a week ago, we found a second one, a little bit farther up about a week ago. But we are in the process of looking into just renting an excavator, digging it up and doing it ourselves this time since it's an easy enough with a Band-Aid.
Okay.
That we've seen it.
And I just want to add that we're past the threshold to file a claim
Okay. I
on
think
the last one, so we had to pay Likens the 1,200.
one thing that I know is not on here that we just got done doing last week, we went to Coastal Woke here in town and got fitted for our uniforms and everything. So they should be arriving soon. I don't have a timetable for that.
I'll give you my daughter's number. She sells for them now. I will get on her.
Okay.
Where are we at on the lights in the park?
I think that is the upcoming,
Yeah.
So
uh,
light pole bases.
Security lights.
yeah, is it under security lights? I can't remember.
Well, I think the ball fields were being sprayed for weed control and I was like, it says security lighting will be installed.
Oh, right, it's the third one under property.
Okay. So like the ball field lights that we got everything roped off.
Oh, the insurance claim, I'm in negotiations.
Okay.
First they approved 20,000, then he came back and said that it was an error. Then he offered 5,000 because we have a $5,000 deductible. So I'm having the quote redone to show all the work that he had to do to set up the fence and shut off the electricity,
Okay.
the installation of the new pole, and then all the cleanup. I haven't itemized it and we're gonna resubmit it.
Okay.
Anything unusual you need to point out to us?
What was it?
Anything unusual you need to point out to us?
The only other thing that I know that we have coming up is next Thursday, we have a visit from the state at the well field for our sanitary survey, but that's something routine that's gonna be prepared for.
You got Brett on call in case you need any support, so.
Funny enough, I think he's actually pulling into the well field about now. He said he's gonna be there about 7 tonight.
I know one thing, I said it earlier, but the Alliance of Indiana Rural Water is going to be doing our wellhead protection.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
free.
I got, that's for free and everything. We, I forget her name off the top of my head.
That was
but
Connor. He's the one that reached out to them, so.
I met with her on, is that Wednesday? My days are all going together right now, but she came down, I forget her name unfortunately. But we went through all of the last 5 years of pumping records, had a slight scare with, one of the way that we had to do our report, but it turns out we were under a threshold, so we didn't have to worry about that. So, but now it's just gathering all the information, getting it turned in and
Adopting the emergency contingency plan.
Have we made any progress on converting trees to a master meter?
I have found what is the base for it. So that concrete slab right next to K&K, it has K&K's meter in there, but there's also another meter that feeds directly into trees.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that was their attempt once upon a time to do a master, but it hadn't come to fruition.
I did talk to HWC Engineering. He feels like there was an addition on the back side of it.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna need an engineer.
Because I've also heard through town that there's like 3 different areas that it feeds in there. So,
Okay.
Somebody that you could get a hold of and talk to about it is David Laddar.
okay,
He was manager at that park for many, many years, and he done all their own water work and sewer work and stuff like that.
okay.
He pretty well knows that park in and out. So I
Sounds
can kind of
great.
get you his number. Cheryl might have it.
I do.
Reach out to him and he'd be able to tell you where the main lines are coming in, how many's coming in, where they're at.
Okay, that sounds good.
By any chance know if they kept mapping?
No, but he might be like Mr. Bruns was here years ago.
No.
Take 10 paces from the.
Have it all in his head.
Yep. But Dave knows that park pretty good.
Okay, that sounds great.
Anything else for utility?
I think we're good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Marshall?
Oh, you guys got a copy of the report? Traffic stops are down, but then again, traffic accidents were up. So, to add to the snow and everything else, the bitter cold that the guys endured too, it's just, I was out there too, not just with the town, but with my other job too. Brutal. Now it's nice and dry. Trying to figure out what's coming at us because we're not getting this for free. Other than that, the car has still not been junked. Just snow, cold, not a priority. To me, it wasn't with everything that we had going on with the weather and everything else. So we will try to get that out of here before the next meeting so Cheryl can get that closed up on her books also. Lettering on the car, I hope y'all had a chance to see I think Brain Bucket done an absolute amazing job drawing that up for us and everything else. Took them a while. I would like to compliment them because they had it lettered once. The company they ordered the vinyl from didn't send the right vinyl. The owner or the employees was absolutely not happy with it. And I said, well, if you're not happy with it, I'm not coming after it. Because I'm going to tell whoever asked me who did it. So if it looks like crap, they're going to know you did it. So you call me when you're happy with it. So it took them a little bit longer, but then they repaid us for that. They turned around and they knocked 15% off the bill. So if you guys are happy with that design, I would love to, I doubt if we can do it all at once, but slowly check into the finances and everything, get with Cheryl and see if we can't get all of our cars lettered up. I think it looks good. I've had a lot of compliments from citizens on it too. Batesville City Court, Cheryl has been in contact with their clerk. Everything's moving right along on it. They asked for a copy of our cheat sheet for our ordinances. So her and Morgan got that all typed up and that's sent over to them. So hopefully things are going to be taken off with them, and all of our tickets, including ordinance violations, will be going directly to Batesville, which will save us a lot of headaches and trouble. We used to do that before and it went really, really smooth. Every once in a while, John would have to go to court to represent the town of Sunman, or possibly a board member. But that was a pretty big one. Wasn't that like a $5,700 deal or something?
Yeah, that was, and it was only
Yeah, that
once every.
one time, I believe. Yeah. But the Ford Explorer sitting down at good old Sunman Auto Care. Thankfully, because I've been driving it for a while. Thankfully, it didn't do it while we were going down the road running Mock Jesus somewhere. John Mosmeyer was on Western Avenue. Done like we do a million times. Drive through the trailer parks or turn around at their entrance. Heard something pop, backed out. Back axle broke at the wheel. So we nursed it back up. They told me that the part was pretty reasonable and the labor would be pretty reasonable, so it shouldn't be too much to get that back on. I better hurry up because that's a weather report, so I don't want y'all to get your heads knocked off the hell. Other than that, I don't have anything. Morgan finished up. I'll let her tell you. What all did you finish up on? You took some new training, and
The Narcan training I completed,
Narcan training is completed.
and I had completed the other training at the last.
Yep.
meeting, so.
She got all that. She got that certification. She's certified to train in Narcan and stuff like that. Got a bunch of Narcan back here for the cars. She's also doing some training with our mandates and stuff. She's going to be doing training for the officers on I don't know what all you got going on here. Mental illness.
Mental
Come
health,
a little bit
substance
closer
use-
so they can hear you.
Mental health, substance use, autism, dementia, Alzheimer's, disabilities, and domestic violence.
She'll do very good at it because half of those I have. So she's used to working with that. So she'll do good at training.
So does the rest of the office.
She also signed up for some free training and also ordered laminate without my permission.
Oh my God.
She told me she don't know when I'm joking or when I'm serious, so she gets aggravated with me.
Can she assist with the thing I called you out yesterday? I don't want to say names publicly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They utilized her all the way in Osgood. It worked out good because we happened to be in Versailles because also the 911 communication center starting to use her. That's a job I would not want, sitting in there taking these phone calls and there's nothing you can do but try to get it. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. So I can't imagine what goes through some of their minds down there. So they're starting to utilize her, and then they had a call over in Osgood. We shot over there to Osgood, and she helped out with that. And so back to the lettering of the cars, I know in the past that the board has spoke about having all the cars lettered. I'll bring this up at the next meeting. I'm thinking, I've been talking to a lot of people and talking to other chiefs and marshals and stuff. I'm thinking that if we have a car that she uses to respond to some of these mental illness calls or suicidal calls, we might be better off to maybe keep one unmarked just for that reason. Just because if she shows up with someone with mental illness or something, they don't automatic law enforcement. But there's several things I'm looking at on a part of me. I said it'd be good if it did say police officer, because then they're going to know she has some type of authority. So it's back and forth, and I've just been kind of getting ideas and stuff. Yes, sir.
Is there a way to mark it without like fully marking it?
We can do ghost lettering on it. The ghost lettering looks damn good. If we were a county or something like that, I would probably go with ghost lettering, keep some unmarked. But being a small town, I like for the elderly that has trouble seeing, it says they never see us past their house. Bull crap. We glow in the dark, lady. Look harder. But yeah, that's something that I'll obviously get with John on and everything else for liability reasons when it comes to Morgan. But we do need to get something for her to respond to these cars because officers are taking her and she's on her insurance. In case you didn't notice, or in case you didn't hear, Dylan Davison's back in the saddle. We rocked the crap out of this town Thursday and Friday. We worked it hard. Got some complaints, but they complain when they speed and they complain when we pull them over. So let them figure it out. Ripley County was in town Thursday night. They were helping us work a lot of traffic and everything. And huge congratulations to Ripley County and Sunman Police Department assisted on it. We got a pretty good hit on Beth off the street out of a traffic stop. So we were thankful that Ripley County come up. They've been coming up and helping us out quite a bit. So other than that, to my knowledge, everything's good. You guys got any questions or comments or? All right. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for your hard work.
Thank you.
That takes us to the clerk treasurer.
Approval of meeting memorandum,
Hold on,
January 15th. Oh,
I skipped ordinance violation.
ordinance violation.
Ordinance violations.
everything's covered in snow. You couldn't see.
I should cross out that report attached, shouldn't I?
I don't have an ordinance report. Possibly via executive meeting called. I don't know what's going on. So, but I don't have an ordinance report and everything else. And to be fair with it, I think that he kind of needs to slow down and let us get things set up with Batesville 150% so we can get these old ones cleaned up. Springtime's coming, and then he can just go out and crack the whip and send it all through Batesville. And so I'm kind of glad that he's kind of slowed down a little bit on it, and he's been off over, I think, a sickness. So it's kind of good that he slowed down a little bit here and let us catch up with some of the ones that haven't been paid and regroup and get this whole system figured out with Batesville, and then just when the good weather's here for good, just hit the crap out of them.
Okey dokey.
Thank you. Now, the clerk treasurer.
Approval of meeting minutes from the January meeting. Did anybody have any changes?
No.
I'll just send it down for signature. Utility, I gave you all fund reports. We did have some utility adjustments. Because we had to estimate, and we always have issues. 2076 was removed because the residence was empty and we missed it. So we sent for a read and confirmed that this money should be taken off. $114 for 6 months for wire tech because he didn't realize he was paying sanitation charges. And they've had a dumpster for 20 years. He was very kind about it. We have, I think there was more than one. Penalty added after payment received. We have two of them, one for $768 and one for $373. We did remove them for those customers. And one of our summer meter adjustments didn't come off their bill, so we took it off $57.68.
I might be one of them adjustments.
The next reading. And then APV register, we paid out $251,525.36. A lot of that was insurance for this year. Certified payroll was reviewed by Randy. And then we need to talk about digital sign co-funding. I reached out to Ripley County Community Foundation and talked to Lexi. And they will not be announcing the large grant cycle until after or at their annual in June. It does not align with this digital sign at all. And we had talked about other funding from water and wastewater if we couldn't secure the $5,000 in grant money. Also, another thought went through our head because we have a lot of light poles at that park that need to be replaced. And if you go take a walk, it's going to be obvious to you they are leaning. The lights are old. It's going to be about an $80,000 project. And we thought maybe if the town was to apply for a large grant cycle, maybe it should be for the park. Because we're only talking about a $5,000 that difference for the funding for this digital sign. Hopefully I said that right so that you understand what I'm saying. Because we're going to have to go after multiple funding sources to get $80,000 for that park and those lights, because if you look at it, it just doesn't seem safe, like weather coming right now. And they did so much work on it last year with the ball fields and equipment and a new shed and taking out safety concerns. If we funded the rest of the digital sign out of our own departments, we could save that grant application for the park.
Okay. You got estimates on those lights already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're working through them right now. He gave us one to replace the pole that was completely taken down, and then he gave us another one for all the rest of them. And we came up with the time, I gave them a timeline. I'm willing to help them
We're meeting Monday.
align, yeah, apply for the ones that all kind of align at the same time. So, but the co-funding would have to come from the water and the wastewater, like we talked about because we talked about applying. And if we didn't get funded, we would take the rest of the money, split it between water and wastewater, which is really fair because water boil advisory, what else did we put up there? We had a whole list of things that we would use it for water.
The sign can serve the utility department for notices and
Yeah. All kinds of
advisories and just advice in general on
Leaf pickup.
what you're allowed to flush and what you're not, because that seems to be a
Yeah,
big one.
that seems to be a
A
very
big one we
issue.
run into.
It just seems to be a one thing.
No,
What's
there was
going on
something
over
stuck
there?
in Maine too.
We're not the only ones.
Wet wipe.
We're not the only
They
ones.
had whole diapers.
So the question is, do we wanna, we're pointing towards saving the grant cycle application for park lights, and then we're gonna fund the remainder of the sign, which you said was 5,000.
Mhm.
So we pull half and half out of water and wastewater. 2,500 apiece to finish the sign funding, so we can get that moving.
Was it 5 or 10?
I didn't hear what stupid things going. What was the question?
Oh, it should be in the meeting minutes. Oh, I handed them down. Can I see the meeting minutes? I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right number. There's too many in my head.
Let's go with this again. You wanna say
Previous meeting.
Yep, that's it. We talked about it last.
That's true.
we'll take half of the money for what now?
So the remainder of the sign funding, we talked about going after a grant for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna try to save our grant cycle to potentially replace the lights in the park, because they're all due to fall over. So nobody can really use ball field until we take care of the lights.
The remaining money,
It's
On the
not listed
side.
out here.
Are the lights working in the ball field or they're not working?
Well, the one completely fell over.
Yeah, the one's
And
gone.
the other ones are tilting, leaning. They're not safe. And we've got a lot of ball players now coming back, including children.
It might be 5,000 from each. I can go look.
yeah, fine, we'll look, get a good number, because I don't want to say
Yeah,
5
sorry.
and 10 and 10, it'd be 20 and
Oh, special meeting?
I got a few things for that.
I was right. It was 5,000
Okay,
that we were gonna ask for.
2,500 apiece from water and wastewater.
It's right here.
You don't need a motion for this, right?
Yes,
You do?
yes, because you approved it with 5,000 being
Okay.
grant money.
Okay.
So we need to amend that to half from water, half from wastewater. Do we have to do an additional appropriation for that?
No.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
not from water and wastewater, you don't.
Okay.
Well,
That was part of your question, I apologize.
you got the
Do you have any job openings?
Okay, I'll make a motion to, take 2,500 from water and 2,500 from wastewater to finish paying for the sign and go after the grant for the park lights.
Second.
Thank you.
And then the last thing, I need a deadline. I need us all to come together and get this website finished. We've been working on it for years and I need everyone's cooperation. So I thought if I came up with a questionnaire, and it's a very standard questionnaire that I printed off from the internet, if we could please ask our department heads to complete it and return it, including the park board. And to submit 6 pictures.
Headshots.
And then also for the council to please cooperate in getting it complete.
Uh-uh.
A lot
Headshots,
of
too.
people use it and we do spend a lot of money to maintain it, our domain.
Town council get headshots put on there too.
I have the old ones for Dawn and Carol and I screenshotted one off Randy's Facebook page.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. There you go.
He was hunting. It was a good picture.
I need to look at this.
I was gonna say, worst comes to worst, what we usually do with law enforcement is we'll put an American flag up somewhere. And then like next meeting or something, everybody can file across and get their picture.
It would be really nice to go
Okay,
ahead and
yeah.
finish it. It's been, what, 5.5 years?
All right, we'll do that for everybody leaves tonight.
No, I said next meeting.
Yeah.
So
That'll
he's
give you
gotta
time to
get
get
a
it
backdrop.
So I did ask that it be returned by March 18th. Our next meeting is March 19th, and we could do the pictures, and then we'll spend a couple days updating and getting it all
Like
online.
our town attorney's picture ought to be on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and a little biography for you
Some
too.
guys got it. What can I say?
A little background on you.
You can do the
Same night we'll have
Leo
Muppets.
pose. Marching.
It would be really nice to finish the project.
Okay.
So I want our council to ask our department
Kara's
heads
still
to
working on it?
comply.
Is Kara still working on it? Is
No, Kara hasn't worked on it in years.
Okay.
I need her. I wish she was working on it. Half the time I linked the wrong minutes but it's all fixed now.
it awesome? All right.
Do you have any problem with that?
What's
I
that?
think a month is a long enough time for you to fill this out for me and give me some pictures.
I don't know. We,
And like something, just a tiny write-up, a small paragraph about Dylan, about Morgan,
yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll do it.
We don't have.
Somebody will do it.
Oh, we'll have it done.
yes,
Yeah.
you do.
We'll do it.
To answer your question, I was
I'll do it.
bull crapping. Yes, it'll be done.
Okay.
Next meeting.
I
We'll do
appreciate
it.
it.
Keep our website updated. We still need to make a motion to approve APVs and, final
Yep.
reports, correct?
And, yeah, and then utility adjustments.
All the things we signed.
Okay,
We
I'll
can
make a motion to approve the adjustments.
Second.
And fund reports and financial statements,
Yes,
Correct.
APV register.
yes.
All right, thank you.
Payroll.
Thank you, Cheryl. Old, unfinished, or table business, we have one line item for a contractual payment of May of 2025 to Doug Price.
I figure we better put it on there. We have received 0 information, further information, and it's sat down there
Need to
for,
think we missed one.
Kick the can down the road again. I'll
right?
make a motion to table it again.
Really?
Well,
Do we have a,
what else was?
So the last time you said for us to gather any information that
Yeah.
proved that he was there, and we have none.
And he has not reached back out
And
to
he
you.
has not reached back at all.
Okay.
How much is it?
$1,850.
And I believe the utility guy said that he was not,
No,
he did not work that,
I reached out to Dakota as well and he confirmed what everybody else said.
he did not work that time.
So, huh?
I said, I realized we were talking about it now.
No, he did not.
Okay. I guess I'll make a motion to close that one out then.
I should go ahead and pay him. Get the thing behind us, forget it. Start messing with that guy.
Well, when no one's messing with him, he's not contacting anybody. So no
Yeah,
one's-
I kind of feel like if it were duly owed, there would be much more
Pushback.
obligation on his part to basically show up and demand it, so.
Yeah. I mean, if he did it, I have no problem paying him, but we can't just be writing checks all willy-nilly. We need proof that there was proof of life.
Correct.
So,
We're required to have proof that it was worked, right?
yes.
yeah.
What are we actually processing, a motion to abandon this?
Yes. Do not pay and close it.
Okay, and then what if he comes back in 2 weeks with proof of life?
Open it back up.
You guys can always choose to pay any claim that gets
Okay.
filed.
All right. So we're gonna close it out unless he comes forward with proof that work was done. I'll make a motion to approve that.
Go ahead.
Second.
Fair, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to be fair.
I gotta prove every pay period that I worked before Randy signs it, so.
Yeah. I think-
You gotta prove you work.
Fair.
Yeah,
And it is good practice for the clerk's office when we get audited as well.
yeah.
And it shows we're all on the same page.
All right.
Okay. That closes old unfinished and table. New business, first line item is amendment to 2026 salary ordinance.
Already.
Should be in our packet.
I have a question for you on this. We changed it to fewer than 3 hours in a month. I just want to know a best practice for me.
Yep.
Here you go. But we pay weekly,
Okay.
so
It's in mine.
would it be safe to, well,
It's right after that questionnaire.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
Probably only paid once a month. That's what, the original salary, they get paid by
Page,
month.
website number.
So,
So change it to a monthly payment
yeah, pay it on the last.
on the
Three.
fourth week of the,
I would say whichever, sure. I mean, okay, sometimes it's 5 in a month though.
yeah, that's excluded.
2026
And that's how we
salary.
originally set it up, was 10, 20, 30,
Don't
40.
these guys sometimes get paid 5 times in a month?
Yes, but the phone stipend is not on the fifth day.
I'm just saying, it could be, I don't know how your computer system works. I'm just saying you could either, if the point is they have the whole month to put the 3 hours in, then you're gonna run it, if you always pay them on the fourth pay, you're gonna have situations come up where they haven't worked until the 5th week. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Which is why it seemed to me that the cleanest way to do it, if the pay system will do it, is to say pay them on the last period of the month.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how big of a technical lift that is on the pay system.
Or you can choose to pay him for it. It doesn't have to be, but what's happening is he's getting a stipend and then FICA Medicaid is, there's nothing left at the end. So you're paying in my FICA Medicaid. He's gonna get taxed on it and there's zero check that goes to the employee.
Possibly
No, that's what's happening. We just did 3 of them.
pay, but again, nobody knows how much, whether he's gonna work this week.
Right.
So for those who don't know, the amendment that's on the table is town council summon, therefore be it ordained by the town council summon that the 2026 salary ordinance be hereby amended as follows. Section 1, phone stipend payment. The town shall not pay the phone stipend to any employee, hourly employee who, number 1, works fewer than 3 hours in a month. Employees meeting the above condition shall not be eligible to receive the stipend for that pay period. And the reason being is for the stipend that you get, by the time you pay the taxes on it, the employee loses money.
And the town.
Section 2, all other provisions of the ordinance shall remain full force and effect. It would be effective immediately upon adoption.
Maybe we need to talk to our payroll processing to see what our options are. So I'm not even sure I can do that, so,
That you can do what?
how they keep it in there for if there's a 5th pay or a 4th week pay, and I'd rather talk to them before we
Okay,
change it up.
I say it.
I didn't think of these questions before, now.
So we got a
Scratch that.
request the table.
There's an argument to be made that the salary ordinance says what it says. And they shouldn't be being paid every week for it anyway. Because it says they get paid $40 a month.
When did they change that to? Because for the longest time, it was only department heads. For the longest time, it was
Several,
department heads, several years ago.
4 years ago. And it does say monthly, so now I'm scared.
Do your homework, keep yourself covered.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion to table the salary ordinance for the phones.
Thanks, guys, sorry.
Okay, next line item is resolution to the 2026-02 for the wellhead for the water emergency contingency plan.
I'm asking that you table that. We received a last email that showed some legal stuff missing out of it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you the email.
All right. I'll make a motion to table that.
Second.
You want to tell us?
What is her name? Amanda. Okay. Another quick. Yeah, she's saying that we have to add that for it to be complete. And it goes on to another one as well
Is that
below it.
from IDEM or
No, that's from the lady from the Alliance.
from the Alliance?
So we're missing some things. Did you guys motion and second? I didn't hear.
Yes.
Table.
Okay, thank you.
Carol motion, Don second.
What?
Next line item for new business is quotes to clean, repair wells, number 4 and 5.
I didn't see.
You got one from Bass and Logan. You got one from
Well,
And I did compare them. Bass and Logan is extremely simple on the left, but it does match NWS.
Excuse me.
Okay, these are pretty minor league changes. Doesn't this thing have to be done before March 1st or something?
We have when's our sent him to Connor for the wellhead protection plan?
End of April, you said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
April 30th.
okay.
I was going to ask to schedule a special meeting next week if that's okay, because we don't want to wait till the last minute to get things done.
Woohoo.
So National Water, from what I'm seeing, this price is only for well 4. Is that correct?
Where's the rest of it? I don't think I think I only have well 4.
They were on, they were 2 separate files.
Can you look on it?
Can I use my phone to?
Absolutely, yeah, if you don't mind. I think they were 22 each.
Okay.
It's,
Should be similar, yeah.
This one comes up to 23,712.
Total.
this one will be 44, 45.
National
Close to
Water is
45.
22.
Mhm. I do look like I sit in the fish bowl over there.
Is the money for these things already covered?
Donna's
Oh, I didn't hear
had money for it. Was it already clear?
him. We have the money for it. It's gonna hurt a little, but I mean, we have to do it. We only have 3 wells. Those are 2 of them right
Those are
there.
2 of the 3, yeah.
And well 6 that was done about 3 years ago. We pulled it and
What's our cycle? How often do we have to clean them?
is the cycle on pulling the wells every, what, 5 years that you have to do that, Connor?
Was it 5 years?
Every 5 years you're supposed to pull or,
How
I
often?
didn't know there was a set one.
oh, okay.
Is it based on test results or something?
That's what we're doing it off of right now.
Okay.
Our iron, whenever we're using 4 and 5, is significantly higher, and it's making it where we have to backwash the filter once a week instead of every 14 days is when we usually have it set up.
Okay.
They're both here, but I don't have them separated.
Okay.
I print them both out.
Why do I go from them? For me,
They're just 2 different files.
4 and 5, which one did I give you guys?
Mine says 4 or 5.
So here, no, that's Basil I'm talking about. There's one for 5.
Just one copy.
Yeah, that's all. I think it's the same, isn't it, right here?
I think everything-
22, 357.
28.
It's same for both. No, that's if the optional services.
Oh.
This one is the. Thanks, Connor. Sorry about that.
No worries.
That's well 5. Same price as well 4.
Same scope of services as well.
Same scope, same price. So we either spend $45,000 with National Water, or we're gonna be spending $23,000 with Baskin Logan. Double disc surge, yep, permanent pump.
Kind of. Hey, Carol, I might have to add something onto that. With the, well, or with the quotes. The one with additional services, the reason why it has the additional services, it would make it where we would be able to have those pumps still online while they're getting cleaned, from what I was understanding from that gentleman.
Would that call it discoloration? They keep them online?
It would, it had the potential, but it would only be a little bit of
Okay.
anything with that.
Yeah, we should have called
Okay.
Fast and Logan and asked for the same quote then.
I don't think they offer
They
that.
don't offer that.
No, that was the gentleman that came down that knew about some.
So they would pull one,
They,
do it.
Take one offline, do it,
Okay.
complete, come back to the other one.
and then they also have a system where it would go on the well. I forget the name of it because it's been about a month.
Which
now.
one?
The one, the additional service one,
Oh, okay.
where it would be able to be having tests ran to determine how well they're getting cleaned during the process instead of with the standard ones. They do the whole cleaning, they put the well back in, and then they test it to see if it's cleaned. If it's not clean, they have to restart the process or the whole process. With the additional service one, every day that they are working on it, they get to do a test to see how clean it is, and then it goes with the process. But that's the only difference with the one with additional services. But on the other hand, we have well 6 up and running and it's doing its job, so knock on wood, we wouldn't really need those up and running at.
Which are your high service one?
The high service pumps are just to put the water out into the, or the, which one's the high service one? 6.
6.
4 and 5 are the ones that have to work in conjunction.
I couldn't remember.
Could we need clean, probably?
Yeah.
Probably, but I think they also are just smaller, or, well, I don't think, they're just smaller horsepower.
Thoughts?
Connor, what are your thoughts? You're the one working with them every day.
I think we could honestly get away with the cheaper one or the cheaper option being the one without all the additional extra stuff because we have well 6 up and running and it's been, since it's the high service one, it's less demand on that pump. It's not working as hard and it should be fine. It's got them fixed recently. That was what, October, whenever we had B&H come out and completely redo that. Where the only issues we've had with it is nothing actually with the well. It's only been electrical inside the panel, which is a 70-year-old panel that's had electrical issues for as long as.
No, come on.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Let me go back. Maybe an 80-year-old. But
Now we're kind of wanting you to look over.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this a little bit. I've seen them, both companies, on projects I work on them do it. I'm fine with Rex coming and doing it. I actually know Rex. I've met him, been on the same job with him before. But I think the cost savings for essentially the same service, going both ways. And not that National Water wouldn't give us better service, but we have a little bit of a history with using Baston on our equipment already, so they probably got a little bit of a leg up on knowing what we have and where it is and how it operates. And
So you like the Baston quote?
yeah, I mean, it's effectively, it's gonna end up being, for the total initial service, it'll end up being half, plus whatever, if there's repair or something with the pump or the motor that needs to be taken care of after that, we're still looking at that.
I'll make a motion we do accept the Baston quote.
I'll second it.
You can do it on that.
Okay. Well, that moves us on to, next line item is ordinance for parking and maintenance on town property.
Want a copy of the?
So we've run into, as noted by some of our employees, that we have a couple of properties that we hold that people have been, A, parking vehicles on, and B, doing vehicle maintenance on, i.e. the park and the water salesman, correct? Yeah. So we really don't have any ground to stand on to keep people from changing their oil or leaving contaminants on our paving or in our parking lots or parking in the way of other people trying to utilize. So we're talking like overnight, or what's our time frame are we talking about? People are gonna show up park from time to time, but long term, I guess we would need a definition of, wouldn't we?
Yes. And that's why I sort of hesitated to do it without you guys telling me. I mean, sort of two easy things to try to do, one a little bit easier than the other, is you could say any vehicle that's parked for more than 24 hours in the same spot. The reason why that's a little bit easy is if you're Brian Maynard, you can say, well, I saw that thing at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and here it is 5 o'clock the next day, and it hasn't moved. The issue with that is Maynard isn't going to ride around town checking the time that everybody has parked. So instead, it's going to be like, it's 5 o'clock. I saw that car parked here sometime yesterday.
Yep. So you got,
which is why maybe,
you run into documentation.
which is why
They
maybe,
could have left and came back too.
yeah, which is why maybe the period should be, maybe it should say, you know, you can't park here overnight.
I think it's a water salesman. We don't want anybody parking, period.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what, that could be a change to the regular parking ordinance. We have a parking ordinance now that says here, you can park at certain times here and
Well, the
there.
question is though, is you have that lady who lives right there, where's she supposed to park at? Because she can't park out in front of her house because the curb's painted yellow. So where's she supposed to park her car at?
She can't park it in the water salesman.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
She can't park it there though.
I've been in the town since 2008. Everybody that's ever rented or bought that house or owned that house parked right there along the side, completely out of the way. There's no other place for her to park. No other place. And she's not in the way when she parks there.
Well,
The ones that were in the way was the owners of the little restaurant, what's it called? Time Savers. They were parking their Jeep and their pickup truck over there and nobody could get turned around. And I literally got out and because Cheryl will tell you that water salesman has been slammed. And I got out and talked to a couple of them and I was like, half the time she ain't even there during the day. I said, is that lady's car in the way there? And they was like, no, it was these people. I was like, okay. And that's the only problem I see with that rule. When it comes to maintenance, absolutely. No. You shouldn't be changing oil. You shouldn't be doing brake jobs. Legally, you shouldn't even be able to do it. You shouldn't even be allowed to do it on our road.
that's true.
But, so I agree 150% on that. And there has been a few construction trucks and stuff like that from local people in the neighborhood. The park sometimes we got a couple families that park stuff over there in the park. And there's been times that I've been called, I think you've called me before, and I've had to go up and run a tag and track somebody down and be like, hey, you had a truck and a trailer both there. And I'm like, dude, park's rented. You got to move this crap.
Yeah.
You gotta get it out of here.
They adopted rules several years ago that there's no overnight parking and no maintenance.
Yeah.
But the maintenance one, they made it so that you could ask them or the marshal.
Right.
Cause like the post office, they don't leave a mess.
No,
Yeah.
no. And usually the only time the post office parks over there is when
But
there's-
after talking to our insurance and the risk guy, that salesman could be an issue for her. If something happens to her car.
And I don't understand. Of course, insurance is insurance.
I don't know.
I got my opinion about insurance here lately. Obviously, everybody knows about that, but I mean, if you're saying that we would be liability if something happened to her car in a parking lot owned by the town, then that means every car parked along the streets are liability.
Can you put up a sign that says parking for
I suggested a sign that
apartment,
says
whatever, only?
not responsible for injuries or damaged vehicles at the water salesman.
For accidents.
The insurance said no.
Are we able to work or sign something?
Is it clear? Here's a dumb question. Is it clear that the lady is parked on town property?
Mhm.
For years, to us, it is. For years, everybody thought that it was. The sad part about it is if you want to get technical, the town owns right up to her freaking door. She can't even walk in and out of her door if we want to get technical about it.
Well, I mean,
And because she wanted to put a carport off to the side when you pull into the water salesman.
there.
No.
when you pull into the water salesman, she wanted to put a carport right there by her door, which would be in the grass. And she was told she couldn't do that because it was town property. So, but there's no, because the only access to her property is through the parking lot. Well, then if somebody backs their truck up to load water, now she's blocked.
What about directly behind it?
That's the funeral home parking lot. There's no access through there.
How do
She
you-
has a backyard though.
How do you get to her backyard? That's the only one.
I can't without seeing it.
Yeah, that's the
I gotta
only
see
one
it.
that I'm like, and I don't know the lady. She's a nice lady. I talk to her every once in a while when I
She's
love her
really
and stuff like
nice.
that, but I don't know her. I'm not defending her. I'm just, since 2008, they have always parked right there at that house, and it's like they have no other place to park.
Oh, I don't want to entertain any sort of easement or
So this is what hers,
granting.
I'm literally landlocked.
That's a small water tower. If they ever have to make the water tower bigger on the same site, they're
Oh, yeah, I agree.
This tower right there?
My building.
Yeah.
This is her place right here. She literally is landlocked where she can't do
the
nothing.
property line almost cuts through her door.
And it's the same with the bakery, the bank building, my building.
And a big problem is, a huge problem that I'm sure we've come into this a couple times here lately, is these real estate agents are telling people, oh, no, your parking is right here.
Yeah.
Somebody just bought a building here in town, and the real estate agent told them that their parking was the gravel lot right behind it.
I'd have heard
The gravel lot don't even belong to that building.
No. And
That's
that's
the
where
big
her,
problem.
And it doesn't even have two dedicated parking spots to become a
and she was,
residential.
that new girl,
According to the
she was
county.
oblivious to any of it.
That's kind of a different issue. That guy may not be leasing. Because
That's what we're saying. She's landlocked where she can't do nothing.
But that's the only problem I see, is that I don't,
Yeah, but we can be liable.
people are guaranteed a parking spot.
That spot right there, why is the curb painted yellow? Do we know?
because of your entrance to the water tower.
Are we sure that the yellow line can't, and I'm just asking, are we sure that the yellow line can't be shortened a little bit? Is it exactly as long as it needs to be?
I have no clue on
I'm not
that.
trying to give you a hard time, I'm just saying.
Yeah, just trying to find
Sometimes
a solution.
I've seen yellow lines that were longer than the statute or the ordinance says they need to be.
I just think there's a whole other thing, I mean, if we're gonna find fault with that, let's take a drive around town, because we have a whole lot of liability. A whole lot.
I mean, if like anything else, the ordinance, if it applies to one, it applies to all. You know, nobody's above the law.
Yeah. I just have a problem telling a single woman, hey, you gotta park down the road and walk 2 blocks to get to your house with your daughter at 10, 11 o'clock at night. That's an issue with me, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when I don't enforce it.
If she didn't take care of her place, that'd be a different story, but she
Right.
does keep it.
And like I said, since 2008, they've always parked there. I wish we would have thought of this idea back when it was a drug house.
Before that,
There was a huge drug dealer that lived there. I wish we would have thought of this idea back when he lived there. But I don't know, that's your guys. You guys are town council.
Well,
I'm just an idiot that takes up a few square feet back.
I mean, very bad news if we don't do something, our insurance rates are probably gonna go up because they're gonna view it as a risk.
Probably. That takes money out of everybody's pocket.
Okay, can we go back to what you suggested and look at what's required for the yellow?
Sure. I mean, I don't,
Could she sign a non-liable document,
No.
John?
A waiver?
what's to stop everybody for the wants to park on the town property to come in and say, where's my waiver?
Will the town allow her to put some kind of gravel pad in there where she can park on her property?
Problem is, she's gonna have to access somebody else's real property to get there, so she need an easement.
It's just, it's.
Does the lady that lives there actually own the place or is she renting it? Yeah, so.
If it's a rental, it's almost, you need to take it up with your landlord. Why don't I have
Yes.
parking?
And that's the sad part. Like I said, there's several properties that have been bought lately and it's like, oh yeah, this comes with this. And then after they buy it, we can't park it.
Well,
Yeah,
those-
it's terrible.
It's
Those
sad.
people have a remedy. They can
Yeah.
go back to the person that sold it to
Because
them.
it's full disclosure, right?
Yeah,
I get it. Or, you know, first time buying a house, you're excited, you buy it and everything else, and you don't think about it now. Most of us that have bought and sold houses or whatever, we're looking at it and getting it surveyed and doing all the, making sure all of our T's are crossing our I's
I
are
just
dotted.
wish it wasn't at the salesman with all those trucks in and out of
Yeah.
there.
The trucks don't, I mean, I got one of the biggest trucks that goes in and out of there. And like I said, she usually parks off to the side and back. It's, when you pull in, you always everybody pulls in and faces south. And then when it's your
Then they
turn,
back in.
you're back into the water settlement. And she parks clear over by her house and usually even back in the corner a little bit.
Yeah, she is never in the way.
But I don't know, you know, it's
It's a lose-lose
well, I guess
situation.
the question is, I mean, so there's other aspects of this too, you know, do you want to add something to the parking ordinance which says no vehicle maintenance on town property? You can do that. And then also, if you want to limit people from parking on town property, what's the time limit that you want to impose on people? Keeping in mind that, I mean, to a certain extent, it's like anything else, you know. If the law enforcement needs to be able to enforce it, they need to be able to recognize when it's in violation, you know, stuff like that.
then you got, and I don't think anybody does it at the park. I've never seen anybody do it at the park. I know they got different areas up by the interstate that they do it. But a lot of times you'll see people ride share to leave a car parked there. Prosecutor and deputy prosecutor park their cars out here on town property and road share. Where's it stop?
I thought they all parked at the dollar store to do that.
What looks like that.
And that's not what they are? I mean, early in the morning before they even open, there's.
Oh, yeah, ride
cars.
share, maybe, I don't know.
And then some of them cars are for the auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
those are just.
Again, if it's private property and the private owner wants to tolerate it, that's
Yeah,
none of
that's
our
their problem.
business.
you know, it's, when it comes to the maintenance, zero. You know,
Maintenance
if
should be,
your car quit running and you need a jump start, yes. You're changing your oil or changing brakes or you get a flat tire, yes, change your
We've
tire.
had that at the park, but they've always called and said, hey, we have a flat tire, somebody's coming in the morning. I've never had anybody not.
Maintenance is a zero, that's $0.
Yeah, I agree with that. Changing oil. Go to a buddy's house.
And parking, I don't know, 8, 10, 12, 14, 24 hours, I don't know, none at all.
What about just no parking signs in there? On that south side? Or both sides for that matter?
Where,
Yeah.
I gotta park to get water. I'm
That,
joking.
what day is that insurance, this guy coming? The 28th, I think.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a gentleman coming.
yeah, because we talked about we needed to put the ballards up around the fuel tanks and stuff.
That's operation.
Never mind.
Would he have a problem if she had some gravel put down to where she can, you know?
She put a fence up too, that's on the property. On town property. I don't know if
That
she
way
would be
she's
able
not
to.
in the parking lot, she pull in and just,
Because usually 99% of the time, nobody's parked over there to where they would block her in. I guess there's always that possibility, but that's a possibility when you live in town, no matter where you live,
yeah,
you could possibly get blocked in. But usually there's nobody that goes even to that side. I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's usually nobody that goes to that north side, so, but I don't know. It's just a bad deal. And I get it. Cheryl, you know as well as anybody, I'm huge on liability.
I know.
Huge on it.
It's just,
And that's why I was.
it's bringing it to them. I think we've done our job if we bring it to the council.
That's why I was wondering, if a waiver could be signed but like John said, then anybody who wants to park anything on town property, be like, oh, sign a waiver.
Right. And she did bring her fence all the way to the town property. She
Right.
fenced all of that in.
And I really don't know if she knows where the town property is, because she
It's
ran it
her
right along
building.
right along the pavement is what she did and took it.
Because she ran it.
She owns it.
She owned it.
Okay.
She did that because she has a couple dogs.
Where can you look and see how much the yellow line is required?
Okay, I'll have to look. I don't even know if it is required for a driveway. I'm sure it has something to do with a liability on us again, because it's an entrance into it, and it's also on the state route.
Mhm.
I'd have to look and see what the laws are on the no parking. Yeah, I think it might be up to us where the no parking is.
Is it 16 feet?
See, that's hell, that house ain't, but
Here comes the weather.
I was just saying, let's flash.
That was lightning.
Oh,
hell, that house is lucky.
look into that. You got homework. You got homework, son. Look into that and see.
Yeah.
I definitely think zero tolerance on the maintenance.
Yeah, zero
I think we all
tolerance.
agreed on
I
that.
agree.
right? Zero tolerance on anybody maintaining their vehicle in town.
No. Go somewhere else to do that.
All right, so we want to table
The parking,
the parking.
well, just,
We'll table the whole
So the
thing.
ordinance.
We'll table the whole thing.
all right. I'll make a motion, I guess.
Second.
Okay, that takes us to comments on the floor. I have one I want to probe you guys for since we're on forum. So I've been approached by a few people about possibly, and John, I've emailed you about this, about what our possibility would be of forming some sort of development or redevelopment commission. And
Okay.
I have basically on reading as I got the quick and dirty of it, and John, you can correct me on this. It would be a forum of people that would be selected by the body, politically balanced. We can have up to two council members on it?
Randy, don't remember all the rules without looking it up. I apologize.
I'm quoting loosely from your email, but it would basically be constituted in the interest of putting more minds in the room to try to attract some business to Sunman. Because I feel like over the years, we've had Chamber, we've had Main Street, we've had a few other things, and we always get a bunch of people in the room, but we don't ever really get any traction on anything. And it'd be another stab at that, but it's a little bit more formal from my findings than a Main Street or a Chamber of Commerce. So
Well, that's not something we can form though, is it? That's something that
we would have to pass the ordinance
That's true.
to form it.
Yes. It would be not unlike in that sense, it would be not unlike the park board or if you had a separate utility board like some towns do.
Okay.
And it would be somebody that would show up, report their findings monthly to us on what their business is and what they're working on and what they're doing.
Like a local business report,
It would be a redevelopment commission,
redevelopment.
so.
To a certain extent, it's not unlike the Economic Development Commission that the county has.
Yeah.
Okay, it also does many of the similar things. And operates under many of the similar rules.
But it would be more focused in on town of Sunman.
Sure. Sure.
So how would this be a conflict with the group do they still meet on, what is it, the second Tuesday of the month or whatever?
The Main
No.
Street,
What was it?
Main Street.
Combination, what do they call the?
The problem with
Initiative.
every initiative that we've had, it's the same group of people. We have no one under 40 involved. And it's the same people just,
Here.
I know, there's no one here.
That's just life.
What was funny was last meeting, we had a young man in here that was wanting to make investment. He mentioned a couple things that he would love to open.
Yeah.
He's in Yeah, TJ.
Yeah, okay,
He'll be here Saturday.
so,
But it may be a fresh stab at that where if we can, and obviously it's been, the wheel has spun a few times on this, but
Yeah,
I need to read more into the code on how it works out. But I wanted to propose the idea to you guys in the forum to let's do our homework on this and look at it, see if it's worth our time to do.
okay.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Let me revive my,
Because due to the fact that it requires an ordinance to pass, I think we all ought to know the rules of engagement of it and see if it's worth our time to do.
annexation of more property would sure help that group.
Yeah, I'll have annexation of our utility customers on the next meeting of the people we already serve, all three services, or both water and wastewater too, that are adjacent. We need to
But I
start
think it's a good
somewhere.
idea, Randy, because
We need to do it.
with sewer now being ran north of here, that whole interchange up there is just waiting
Well,
for
For
the right person
Buc-ee's.
to come along.
Need a Buc-ee's.
the thing of the real thing of it to me is I've lived in town for 40 years and we've seen businesses come and go, but really the only mainstays are a grocery store, a bank, a gas station, a liquor store. We got to come up with a way to get people in here where we can keep a business alive. And business owners, residents, like-minded people, get a forum started where people can start having some meetings and really talking about it. And because I hear people all the time with ideas.
Well, yesterday I had a guy that come to me. I was actually working with him on a deal, and he come to me and he's got a business and he found a building here in town, right in town, and the building's for sale. And he was like, what do you think the community think about this business coming? And I'm like, council meeting, yeah, to see the business.
I wasn't reading that.
It's definitely zoned for it.
But I think it's something to listen to our homework on it and for next meeting, maybe get it.
Talk about it.
Get it on the agenda.
let me, brush up.
I have comments from the floor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One is, what if Mr. T's opens back up? Where are we gonna park?
Mr. T.
In a parking spot? They're allowed to
I
park
can
in.
taste the hoagies now.
And also yellow isn't painted in front of her house by the by the salesman. In front of her house and across the street is all open to park. It is not yellow.
Okay, I haven't gone to look at it. I'm just-
Yeah.
Oh, those are comments sent to me from the floor. I'm not saying it.
We need to do our homework on that too.
Thank you, whoever that was that commented.
That should be easy enough to do here in 5 minutes, right down the street.
What the hell you need me for? Just ask the
I don't pay attention to what's painted or what's.
I wonder if the paper rattling was less for everyone that we
Yeah.
put the speakers on
Can we
the
have
chairs.
feedback on that, please?
Oh, it looks like you're about to hear thunder rattling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other comments from the floor?
No other comments from the.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, we're just gonna, I'm putting my feeler out to see how, if it was hell no right away, then I was gonna talk to my people that were asking about it, so.
Well, I'm all for it. I just
Yeah, I think
didn't
it's a
want
good
it to
idea.
interfere with
Yeah.
the group that you don't need, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Try to run before it starts pouring.
7:44 PM.
TTFN all.
Thank you.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next meeting is March 19th, 6:30.
We be here?